About those books in the restricted section that Lisa mentioned. Have you ever wondered what sort of books might be kept in there? Perhaps it contains books not suitable for children.
Huh? But the Boar Princess isn't in the restricted section? What could be more unsuitable for children than that? Paimon's curious.
Maar oké, we moesten 2 tiers van de... Wow. Ze hebben deze dungeon goed ingericht. In ieder geval, het is wel ziek hoe ze dit hebben gedesigned. Maar we moesten nog 2 tiers van Devalen gaan ophalen. Dus in deze dungeon zal er waarschijnlijk nog eentje liggen en ergens anders. Dus laten we even die dungeon clearen.
It's too early to relax. We're still not done with Storm Terror. Besides, the Fatui could also be planning something.
Hey, Diluc, I heard that the Fatui have recently proclaimed you persona non grata.
What an honor. Nobody was ever proclaimed persona grata by the Fatui anyway.
The Fatui? The diplomatic delegation from Sneznaya? What have they got against Master Diluc?
The Fatui are a problem not only for the Knights, they also present a real threat to the whole of Mondstadt. And when it comes to threats against Mondstadt, Diluc is...
That's enough, Jean. You Knights are subject to too many restrictions. You can't directly confront this so-called diplomatic scum. Personally, I despise them. If I were to choose between eating a cryo slime alive or joining the Fatui, I'd prefer to be crushed to death by a meteorite.
Jeez, your wording is so very dramatic.
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established among the heavens. From that kingdom came a crowned heir, tasked with seeking out the Genesis Pearl from the Kingdom of Darkness. The first crowned heir began her journey of seeking the Pearl. But she was deceived, and the memory of her noble origins faded. She now believed that she was the queen of the Kingdom of Darkness. But take heart. A second crowned heir had already taken up the path where the first had stumbled. This is the story of your journey, of your tale to be told.
Wacht. Ik ben een prins? Wat? Ether is een prins? Huh? Oké. En Lumine is dan de kwade prinses, denk ik. Oh, oké. Oh, dit wordt makkelijk. Dit hebben we al gedaan tijdens de livestream lang geleden. Hebben we de hele ding al gecleared, dus ik hoef hier eigenlijk helemaal niks te doen. Ah, ja, dat is makkelijk.
Let's put our crystals together. Oh. The color of these crystals looks muddy. Devalen, you're going through so much pain. Let's start purifying these crystals first. Please, traveler.
It is hard to believe such a thing is possible until you've seen it with your own eyes.
Interesting. It's like filtering wine. The process is refreshing.
I think we should have enough tears now. So next week, use the crystals on the Holy Lyre like last time.
It worked!
It seems completely different from before.
The lyre's animo power seems fully restored. We should be able to use it now. It's all thanks to you.
Now, where should we summon Storm Terror? It must be away from the city, else there will be casualties should we fail. Perhaps here at the winery?
If the winery was destroyed, it's not something I couldn't eventually fix. But I'd still rather not go through the hassle.
The wind that blows at sea or in high places should be able to carry a bard's words far away. It's never going to work if the air is too dry or suffocating.
Paimon understands sea or high places, right? Then the best location to play the lyre would be...
If you go east from Starfell Lake, there are mountains south of the beach.
Oh, you mean that beach we were on when you told Paimon about your sister?
If you head to where the cliff juts out, that place is known as Star Snatch Cliff. What do you think, Bard? Meets the requirements, no?
Let me think. Star Snatch Cliff. All right, let's do it there.
Very well. Then let's meet at Star Snatch Cliff when we're ready. Please don't be late.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. I didn't mean to...
Nou ja, oké, daar ben ik dan op de cliff, bijna. Voor degenen die tot nu toe niet hebben kunnen volgen, we gaan deze cliff op om Devalen op te roepen, dus... Dit wordt een... Ja, ik heb geen flauw idee wat er gaat gebeuren. Dat moet ik zelf ook maar zien.
Everyone is finally here.
What a view.
Lovely for a fated reunion, isn't it? Well, we must be prepared for a fight.
Regardless of the outcome, things finally seem to be taking a turn for the better. Mondstadt has really been going through so much recently.
Huh. In the end, the solution to our problem was as simple as a traveler in a song. I suppose the Knights of Favonius may have played a part in it too.
Oh, we get it, Master D-Luke. Everyone, please step aside. I, the best wandering bard of the mortal world, shall begin my performance with the Holy Lyre.
What has been done cannot be undone.
Then why do I see sadness in your eyes? Sadness that speaks of your yearning for this song.
We are communicating. Huh?
No, don't just Bard!
Do not be fooled by him, dear dragon. He left you to rot alone. Now He attempts to deceive you once more.
Barbatos.
Let your wrath fester. Mondstadt has already turned its back on you.
You were planning this all along to have me slain?
No, listen to me!
The time has come for the dragon to serve its true master. While you beware your pathetic selves, watch the world tremble with fear.
Devalen.
Venti, please, be careful.
You've known my true identity for some time now, haven't you, Jean? Though, I thank you for continuing to use the name Venti.
How's the Holy Lyre? Can it still be played, or does it need to be repaired?
Unfortunately, I think it's beyond repair.
You're right. If we don't fight the evil at its source, then we can't save Devalen at all.
In which case, I shall call upon Outrider Amber to track it down.
No need.
Why is that?
I eradicated one not long ago, in one of the Four Winds temples.
What? When?
If you want to track those monsters down, then I'll seek answers from my contacts. I've got other means for getting the job done.
Diluc. Though he dislikes the Knights of Favonius, he protects Mondstadt in his own way.
Oh? Why does our little Paimon sound so doting all of a sudden?
Wait for my word. I'll be sure to let the Abyss Order know that their blatant disregard for Mondstadt will not go unpunished.
Nou, oké, dat had ik niet verwacht. Wacht, wat moet Lumine? Wat? Lumine?
Your Highness, your humble
Oh.
servant returns.
Ja, maar tegen haar kan ik nooit op.
Homeland returns to this world. We shall revel in its glory.
Oh. Nee, maar ik... Oh nee.
The Abyss Order. Enemies of the human race. Even the underground networks rarely come across any information on them. With that said, it was a bit of a hassle, but I managed to dig up a few clues.
Really? That quickly? You really are well connected, Master Diluc.
Come to think of it, Mr. Big Animo God Barbados, why exactly do you need the help of mere humans?
How do I put it? The Seven, as people now know them, were once known as the Seven Archons. Each Archon presides over their own part of Teyvat. That is the role the Archons play. Only in performing this duty can we attain power. But I don't like the idea of ruling Mondstadt, and I don't feel Mondstadt would really like it either.
Go forth and establish a city of freedom without rule. We have not forgotten Barbados' wish for Mondstadt.
Jean, you're such a devotee. Maybe someone got a little too free and is just too lazy to care.
However it may have come to be, I haven't been back to Mondstadt for an extended period of time. Without a doubt, I am now the weakest Archon among the Seven. Aw, you flatter me.
Oh, such a humble god. Is it a blessing or a curse? But we digress. Let's get back to the topic at hand. The common enemy of all mankind. We have tracked the Abyss Mage to the vicinity of the winery.
I cannot stress enough how important it is to not let it escape.
Huh? What's this? After the Abyss Mage was defeated, a certain energy dispersed from its body. It seems that energy was being used to cut off the connection between me and Devalen. Huh. Do you know if Storm Terror's Of course. I believe the people of Mondstadt all know of it. After Devalen woke up, he took the ancient ruins as his lair. As it was with the storms that previously cut Mondstadt off from the outside world, the entrance to the ruins is also sealed by a special barrier. But now, as the energy dispersed from the Abyss Mage, I was able to read the rhythmic flow of how the barrier's magic was woven. I must admit, it sounds even more horrendous than a chorus of hilly churls. It should be enough to let us break through the storm barrier and reach Storm Terror's lair.
Which means we're going to confront Devalen? I'm fine with that. Jean is the one who wishes to avoid any direct confrontation.
No. When there are no other options left, it is my responsibility to alter our course of action. If slaying him is our only choice, I will gladly become the knight that leads the charge.
Fortunately, we have yet to need to go that far.
By that, you mean...
I mean that the Holy Liar is not our trump card. Our real trump card? The Traveler, of course.
The Traveler?
Well, you could say that. You're definitely a force to be reckoned with. But you have a much more precious forte. The impurities in the tears and the curse that binds Devalen belong to the same maleficent power. Which means...
You tone-deaf bard! Don't you see how crazy this is? You've seen what Devalen is like when he's ticked off. She'll be swallowed whole before she even gets to lift a finger.
Hey. Nice plan. Worth a shot.
I am with you, Honorary Knight.
Oh, so we just need to fight monsters from the abyss and a dragon. No pressure or anything.
Humans aren't without their strengths. Let's go.
And so, epic actions of brave heroes finally leads to this 11th hour.
It's a storm barrier. It looks so dangerous.
Leave it to me. Although this wooden lyre is all I have. I don't need the lyre to break through this kind of storm wait, what is that?
Enemy attack! Prepare yourselves!
The stage will need to be cleared before I can begin my performance. Generally speaking, such chores are not the concerns of the performer himself.
Wait, what's going on? There shouldn't be any hilly troll camps in the vicinity of Storm Terror's lair.
Terra Smash! What?
village trolls usually do not venture into areas with high elemental concentrations. It puts a heavy burden on their bodies.
The Abyss Order must be manipulating them behind the scenes, yet they shouldn't have been able to determine that we would come. They're presumably spreading their forces to halt our plans.
Without further ado, I suppose I can play faster if my only audience is the wind.
It actually opened. You're not entirely useless, Tone Deaf Bard.
This is it. We are now entering Storm Terror's lair. Watch yourselves. Let's move.
It's stuck.
It's stuck.
Oh nee, Venti is nu ook helemaal boos op Paimon. Oh. Oh, dankjewel Venti. Ik dacht dat ik de enige was die Paimon zo erg haatte met die opmerking.
I suppose we could make use of that wind current.
Let's make a detour then. Heading up.
Let's make a detour then. Heading up.
Oh, Venti.
Oh, we can't advance any further. The ruins seem to be guarded by ancient seals.
Is this the work of Devalen?
No. These ruins were once part of an ancient city. Devalen just happens to be nesting in these ruins for now. These ruins even predate the existence of the Four Winds. Mondstadt is a city without a ruler. However, before it was ruled over by a tyrant. Anyway, I'll sing you that story when we have a chance in the future.
The markings on this seal. If my archaeological knowledge is not mistaken, this appears to be a light act. If we retrieve and reintegrate all the parts, we should be able to get it working.
We should be close to completing the ceremony for this actuator. Let's put the last part back and see.
Looks like we're right. There are 3 more halos circling the tower.
Which means there are 3 more corresponding light actuators to activate. I can see one from here. The rest must be scattered within the ruins around here. Let's go.
Why did Devalen pick a place filled with puzzles and seals as his lair? Doesn't he get annoyed coming back home?
He doesn't walk in. He flies in.
You do have a point.
I'm thinking about turning these adventures into songs after we're done. Hopefully, this song will be sung for years to come by the people of Mondstadt, just like the legend of Vanessa.
I have loved that song since I was small. How are you feeling today, Honorary Knight? I am completely prepared and fully confident that we can do this.
Even Master Diluc accompanied us to the very end, despite only being an accidentally involved bystander.
You shared your secret with me, and I only returned your trust to the same extent.
As for Master Jean, responsibility perhaps. What about the tone-deaf bard?
It's freedom.
Freedom?
When you first arrived at Mondstadt, did no one tell you that Mondstadt is the city of freedom? She really is a child of freedom. Mondstadt is a romantic city without the reign of a king, and its citizens enjoy the most freedom amongst the 7 nations. I hope the dragon that once protected Mondstadt will soon be free too. No one should have deceived him by telling him that Mondstadt betrayed him. And no one should have told him that it was his eternal duty to protect the city. He has the right and freedom to choose his own way of life.
Venti?
Well then, traveler, may the thousands of years of wind that have blown through Mondstadt go with you. Just like the last time, I shall channel animal energy for you.
Oh, no wonder you said his voice sounds familiar.
Understood.
Look, there are 2 shiny spots on Devalen's back. They appear to be poisonous blood clots that have coagulated on his wounds. The Abyss Order must have cursed the wounds. That's what's corrupting Devalen's mind. To save Devalen, we're going to have to get rid of those blood clots. Aim for those blood clots. Devalen is getting away, but I'm familiar with his tactics. Just hold on a bit longer. And condense the pure animo from the shots being fired. Shattering them will create acceleration currents. I can't control where they will appear, so keep your eyes peeled. fight Devalen on equal grounds. The grandest bard is here to help. But first, let me be clear. Even after hundreds of years without use, Devalen's teeth and claws are still very dangerous. No one escapes my sights! Now is our chance! Aim for the tainted blood clot on his neck! Yeah! 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 This is Devalen's ace in the hole, Celestinum Finale Termini.
This dragon has strange taste when it comes to naming things.
I named it for him.
This place is gonna collapse!
It's been a while since we flew like this together. How, Devalen?
Just now. Why? Why did you not ask me to protect you like the last time?
Me not wanting you to listen to the Abyss Order doesn't mean that you have to listen to me. Freedom, if demanded of you by an Archon, is really no freedom at all.
Is this the power of the Animo Archon? But I am no longer part of the Four Winds.
Even if that's so, you still protected us regardless. Now, Now spread your wings of freedom and go with my blessing.
And so, the storm terror threat was quelled. I clarified the misunderstanding to the citizens of Mondstadt and let them know that they are safe. To them, it seems storm terror attacked Mondstadt out of nowhere and then vanished just as quickly. They must be finding the whole ordeal very confusing.
However, winds change their course. Someday, they will blow towards a brighter future.
You guys are back! The honorary knight returns triumphant. Yep, we're back from tussling with Devalen.
You just returned yesterday, right? Jean got back first, and she told us all about your heroic deeds.
I wonder if I'll ever get an opportunity like that.
You're right, actually. Peace is hard won, and we shouldn't take it for granted. And this time, you're the one we should all be grateful to.
You're welcome. But have you been waiting for us here this whole time?
Of course not. Just because I'm not out on the front line doesn't mean I don't have work to do. In fact, I'm dealing with the aftermath of the crisis as we speak.
Aftermath? Here? What happened in Mondstadt?
While Master Jean was away, the monsters lurking nearby made a coordinated attack on the city. Fortunately, we weren't completely taken by surprise. I detected the Hilly Churls were moving closer to the city a while back.
Oh yeah! Paimon remembers. When we first met, you were clearing out one of their camps.
Exactly. And if we hadn't started making preparations back then, Mondstadt would be in much greater danger by now. I know, it's strange. Hilly Churls aren't usually capable of coordinating like this. Our best guess is that the Abyss Order is behind it.
They've taken over the Hilly Churls? Good thing we saved Devalen, or they might have taken him too.
That's right. And since I'm the Outrider, it's up to me to keep eyes on the Abyss Order from now on. I'm sorry. You should be celebrating your victory, not listening to all this somber talk. I promised to take you out for some sticky honey roast, didn't I? Before everyone got caught up in the storm terror crisis. There's no time like the present, right? You guys hungry?
You bet! You may have forgotten till just now, but it's been on Paimon's mind this whole time.
Awesome, let's go! It's been way too long since I last ate a sticky honey roast myself. Wait for me at Good Hunter. I'll be right there. I just have to clean up here real quick.
Nou, dat was een adventure, zou ik maar zeggen. Devalen verslagen, mooi gedaan. Ja, en ik zal jullie bij de volgende aflevering zien. Ik was Game Editor. En later.